We don't want our children to face natural consequences. These are challenging things in parenting. How to parent the child we have, not the one we imagined. We have the one that we pictured before birth, with all our preparation and everything. We picture one child. So I talked about how we are going to parent the child we have, our own child, the one we are holding, not the one we read about, nor the one we picture before birth. We discussed about that last week, and I talked about allowing our children to experience natural pain. So if you were not here and you still want to know about what I'm saying, just go. I don't want to recap because of time. Go ahead and check last week's video. It's going to be of help. This topic started 3 weeks ago. I think today is the 3rd week or 4th week. I'm not very certain. All right, so I'm just going to finish this, and we can start a new topic. But please note, in the next 3 weeks, Parenting Essential Time is going to be this time, because of other commitment. In the next 3 weeks, next week, upper week is going to be the Easter weekend with Miss Oye. If you have a child or children between the ages of 5 to 12 and you have not registered, please do well and register them. It is not going to be a waste of time. We want our children to know God for themselves. We want them to have personal relationship with God early in life. Hence, God has led me to start this, and this is the 2nd edition, and it's coming bigger and better. Just go ahead. It is totally free. Everything is free, but you have to register your child. The registration is free. The link is there on Facebook and everything. Just go ahead and register, because registration is going to be closing soon. All right. So today I will continue. Another thing that is so challenging for us as parents is watching our child's failure, just as we ended up on the natural consequences. This is just a continuation of watching them go through their natural consequences. Watching our children fail. We can't wait to watch them fail. It is normal from every parent. This is not for me, you're coming to you and telling you, what you're doing is wrong. Even me as a parent, I can relate. It is tough. It is very difficult for us to watch our children fail, because it brings about so much stress for us. It brings about distress for us. It brings about anxiety. But we have to always remind ourselves that we are going to learn, that our children are going to learn through their failure. It's going to also teach them that this life is not perfect. It's going to help them that we can always learn from our mistakes. I said in one of my videos years back, I said, sometimes it will take us to hold on to ourselves, put ourselves together, go into the room, cry, without letting the children be aware. Telling ourselves again, I'm doing this for their betterment. I'm doing this because I am intentional in my parenting. I have a target. I have a goal. It's proud. If we allow our emotion to override us when we are talking about parenting, we are going somewhere and it's going to be a disaster. So I'm not telling you to be a wicked parent. I'm also in this shoe as a parent. Thank God. So when we get to that point, I can't watch my child fail. It is the time for us to talk to ourselves again. Do your stop and check. Why am I going to do this? Why will I allow this to happen? Because of the future of my growing glory. They need to learn. They need to be able to take responsibility. I said something last week. I said we cannot always show that their burden. We cannot always show that their mistakes. No, it's not our duty. Hence, they are not going to learn. They need to learn that when we make mistakes, it's painful, yes, but we learn how not to make that same mistake again. When we fail in a particular subject, it's not the end of the world. Our job is to help them, support them through their emotional stress, and give them strength to pick up themselves again. Get a tutor or be the tutor. Help your child. You can do it. Let your child know that you are in this together. Not strengthening, my child is crying. No, my child will just change the school. It's the teacher. A lot of parents deceive themselves like that, right? It's the teacher that is not doing their job. That's why my child is failing. We need to really put ourselves together if we want to raise giants. We need to do what is right. We need to watch them fail and learn. Do I like failure? No. Do I want my children to fail? No. But what happens if they fail? It's a mistake. Let them learn through it. So we should not always, I said something last week also, we should not just always build the defense fence. Always ready to provide solution. Always ready to jump. You see a lot of adults today struggling. You see a lot of marriages. I like to link everything to marriage, our career, our future. Because when we're talking about intentional parenting, we're not just talking about now. We are building them for their future. You talk to some adults, they cannot even understand or comprehend what you're saying. No, it's not like that. They just want to stand on their point because they were raised in a certain way. Let them take responsibilities. It is very important. All right, we continue today. Too much information. This is one of another major problem that we face or challenge in parenting. Too much information. Let's talk about internet today. We have several information online. So the moment it's not bad for us to search for information, to read books, get resources. But I've come to realize that a lot of parents are confused and they are having a lot of challenges in their parenting due to several information. Some information are accurate, some are confusing. The moment they read something that, for example, they read something about a particular child or example, expectation that is not realistic, it will make them to feel terrible about themselves. And they now be on the toes. Nobody is chasing them, they're chasing themselves. Ooh, they said this, they said my child must do this one. There's so much information that are confusing and that are not accurate can give you a challenge in your parenting journey. So be careful of what you read. Be careful of digesting those things that are particularly not realistic. Else, you're just going to stress yourself out. I read an article. I read this. Somebody said, this one said, my child is this. You start comparing. You cannot sleep. You lose your peace. Be careful. So too much of information is good and it can also be bad at the same time. I'm a reader, yes. I'm a researcher, yes. I do this, yes. I want to do the best for my parents and my children, yes. I'm intentional in parenting, yes. But if you digest some information that can be misleading, if you digest some information that can be confusing, it can be a very stressful journey for you. So watch out and be careful. Be careful. Be careful. Make sure what you're reading is realistic. If you can study the reader, is the person a parent or is just a theoretical aspect of it? Is it applicable? Just think about it. And that brings you back to the uniqueness and knowing the child. I know that the parenting journey is not a mass movement. Borrow it. Think about it. Is it going to work for my child? Is it going to work for me? Is this realistic for us? Is it going to be applicable in our family? You always need that time to think. Think. Another thing that is very, very challenging in parenting, one issue that is very challenging in parenting is how to let go. How to let go. It's going to be very difficult for every parent and any parent to let go of their child, especially when it comes to the stage of becoming teenager, young adults, to let them go. But we have to know, if as much as painful as it might sound for every one of us, that these children will leave us one day. It might be for the course of studying. It might be for anything. But they have to move. They have to separate. They have to get to the point of standing as an identity. At this point, we just have to see ourselves as that teacher and the coach. Let them do their trial and error. Let them do their mistakes. But a lot of parents find it difficult. Oh, they can't let go. A girl of 18 years, they want to tell her how to dress, how to put your shoes. Young adults, 20 years, the mom and dad still want to be in control. I'm not saying we cannot guide them, but I want you to tell this truth that is bitter truth, that the lecture and the learning and the building, the modeling that you have done before the time is going to be the one that is going to work. Not when you're shouting, why are you putting that on? It's not going to work at that time. If you wait up to that moment, it might be too late already. So we have to know that when we're doing our job early maybe you have an infant, doing the job early is for you so that you don't have to raise your voice in future. And we have to know that if we get to a point, they will stand alone as an identity. They will move aside, they will step aside. So we have to prepare ourselves psychologically for that. It's so painful, yes. But if we get to that point, it is the beauty of life and it's a fact. Nobody can change that. So we have to know that we have to give them their space. It's time for them to try something. They make mistake. We look at them. Sometimes we just look from afar. You don't even say a word. Let them do it. Let them realize, oh, that didn't work. That was painful. Another thing that might be very, okay, I think I'm just going to stop and that is enough because of time. So let me talk about skills and things you can do. Let me give you some tips that can make your parenting easier. And I'm going to be talking to some people that have younger ones, infant, and so, because of time. Yes, too much of information is good, but can be bad at the same time. Absolutely, Sister Bella, absolutely. So let me give few tips because of time. I really want to go. I apologize. Let me give you a few tips that can help your parenting journey. Maybe you're planning to be a parent in the nearest future, or you're just a new mom. What are the things you can do that can help you in this journey? What are the things, few tips that can help you to make your life easier? Learn to redirect. Especially for new moms, you might not know this, or you still have younger ones, infants and children. You have to learn something very important. I've talked about redirection before, how to redirect our speech, how to redirect. But when we talk about, let's talk about little ones. For example, let me make an example to make it clearer for you. Maybe your child now, you realize that your child want to take marker and start writing on the wall. It's not the time for you to say, why are you doing that? It's not the time. What your child is doing is so good because it's a stage. And that developmental stage is required. It is necessary. It tells you that your child is growing the way he or she should grow. So what are you going to do in this situation? And you're frustrated already. You have to wash the wall. You have to clean. How am I going to scrub the wall? You're writing on the wall. Stop it. I'm telling you, they're not getting it. Don't stop their development. And one thing that you can do in this particular situation to make your life easier is to get a cardboard box, a big one. Let's talk about, maybe you're talking about 1 year, 2 year, 3 years. Just get the big one. Put the child inside. Give the child a lot of marker and show the child how to scribble on the marker, on the box. Make it in a fun way. Let it be fun. Don't just redirect like you are commanding, like just an authority. Do this, don't do that. No. Redirect in a fun way that they will know that, okay, this is not the place to do this. This is the place to do this. But your redirection must come with fun. Put them in the box. Give them markers and you to scribble with them on that box. Let it be something visible that they can see their handwriting, their scribbling. So most of the time I recommend felt pens for you because they are very bold and they can show. So let them scribble on those things. It's going to be easier for you if you learn how to redirect. That's just an example. We have several things that we need to learn to redirect. When we learn to redirect, our parenting journey is going to be so much easier. Your child doesn't want to listen to you. Your child doesn't want to clean up the house. Redirection is the key. I thought about that, I think earlier this year. So you can just go ahead and watch that. I cited so many examples, but this is just a few tips now. For parents with infant, it is necessary to child-proof your house. Maybe every time you're complaining, my child is bumping, my child is bumping, my child is crawling. I made an example last week about how I turned my living room to a soft play area. So if you have babies, you have infants, and they're still crawling around, they're still trying to walk, they're bumping, you have to child-proof your house. That is the only way, not a prayer session. Oh, Father, I pray, let my child not bump. Your child will bump because your child must walk. It's a skill and it's an achievement from the child. So we should know when to pray. We should know when to act. All you need to do is just to child-proof your house. There are so many things to child-proof your house that you can get from the stores. However, for example, if your child is always going towards the door and you know that this door is not, maybe it's dangerous, the child might hurt the finger. One tip is to use, maybe you have the old noodles, pool noodles. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, pool noodles, the soft, long thing that children use to swim. That one, you can just cut it through and slide it into the door. With that, your door will not shut. And with that, you know that your child is safe. The hand will not be hurt, or there won't be accident. We have to think out of the box every time. Some things are not prayer at all. They're just action. Act. If you have maybe a center table or a dining table, There are these edges that they sell everywhere, but it's very common in IKEA or IKEA, whatever region you have. So just get these childproof things around your house. Then you see that you are less stressed and you don't have to prey on things you need to act on. All right. Another thing to teach them is to teach them self-development, self-dependent. Let them be self-dependent. What I'm doing with my children at the moment is, for example, they have exams. Before, I used to sit with them, read together, and then I ask questions. But these days, I don't sit with them again. They have to go read whatever textbook they want to do. They read by themselves. All I need to do is to pick up the textbook. I don't need to know it. Open that page, and you answer the question. That's just an example. It doesn't have to be academics, but let them be able to do something for themselves. One of my children will never wait if he, you know them. Anyways, if he or she is hungry, let me say that. He or she will not wait. Straight to the kitchen. He knows what to do. She knows what to do. Oh, okay. All right. Just go ahead. You can make oats, do something, you know. Not mommy, I'm hungry. But the other one is going to be mommy, I'm hungry. Okay. So in all this kitchen, you cannot pick something. I can name 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things that you can eat. So you have to encourage them to be able to take responsibility. I'm not saying tell them to go and cook. Don't get it twisted. However, they will get a starting stage that you expect them to think out of the box. Just let them do it. Go get it. What can you see from the kitchen? We have the food basket. We have this. We have that. There must be something you can help yourself with, especially if mommy is busy. So let them be able to take responsibility. Let them be able to depend on themselves, academically, socially, everything. It's not easy. I'm not saying it's automatic. We have to teach them. It's a skill. Then watch them do it gradually. We watch them. We test, we check for understanding. So it's very important to do that. Teach them to make right choices. It is very important also, if you want your parenting journey to be easier, if you don't want to use all night to be praying every day on your children's mistakes, or they're going out, you're concerned about the kind of friends they're going to meet, teach them now. If you're a believer, let them know God for themselves. Let them have a personal relationship with God. Let them be able to pick the scripture without you telling them. Let them be able to come and tell you that, mommy, God said this to me. It's not by age. Don't wait until they are 15. Catch them young. Catch them young. Don't wait. Let them see the light in you. Okay, let me go back. It's not a sermon. Let them be able to take the right choices. Teach them to take right choices. One of the ways that you can help your child to learn how to choose something right, how to take right decision, is by giving them choices early. I've seen this a common point in my videos also. Give them choice. At the moment, start with you giving them choices, this or that. As they grow, you have to allow them to pick that choice without the choices coming from you. Teach them to take the right choices. I believe I've made this before. But if you want me to say more about this, just let me know. I've said a lot about this in my previous videos. Teach them to make right choices. This is going to help them in their career and future. Help them as they grow, not to be easily or not to be influenced, negative influence, social influence. Because they already know that these people they're not good for me. They can be there and they will not be. I don't want to go too much, but if you want to know more, please let me know. I'm going to expatiate. So teach them. A child to be able to know what is good and bad. All right. I just want to finish. Sorry, I'm blabbing a lot today because I just want to be on my toes. So I have some statement that I'm just going to be putting through, and I said some previously in previous videos. Maybe a child who doesn't want to shower. You don't have to say you have to shower today. You are just reinforcing that child's negative habit. When the child says, I will press this button, mommy is going to rant. They will do it. Don't say you have to shower. Just give choice at that moment. Would you like to go shower now, or you want to shower or take your bath later at night? The one that doesn't want to brush. Do you want to get started, or you want me to start for you? However, the child must take one. So don't reinforce the negative behavior by having power struggle with your child. No, yeah, you have to do it. No, we are losing power like that. That is called power struggle. You just say it. Ensure your words are gold and not garbage. Another important thing that I would like to say before I go is, for example, if one child is eating another, maybe the elderly one is just eating and beating the other, don't pay attention to the one who is doing the wrong thing. And this is what most of us do. You can see one child beating the other. What you do first is to run to the one that is beating others and pull her and start to shout, or you start to beat that one. The moment you are beating the one who is beating another, you are doing the same thing you are trying to correct your child for. African parent, I hope you are getting the point. Don't pull that one out and just give a slap. You just did the same error. Don't put that one out and start using the energy. What do you have to do that? Oh, yeah. I'm not supposed to beat you, I know, but don't do it. No, ignore that one at that moment and go for the one who is hot. Are you okay, sweetheart? Ignore that one first. The moment you always run to the one who has done the wrong thing, you are reinforcing the negative habit. Okay, when I do this, I'm the one getting the attention. So you're giving the power to the child to do more. I just need to continue. I think this, if we are not getting anything out of today, this is an important point. It's an important point for us today. That don't rush to help the one who is doing something wrong. Show empathy. Pay attention to the one who is hurt. If there's something you have to take home, that is very important. Don't give attention to the wrong child, but the one who is hurt. And I'm going to be stopping on this note today. If you have any question, please let me know. And I think I'll be rounding up this topic on this note with these tips that can make your parenting journey easier. There are lots of tips. There are hundreds of thousands of ways that can make our parenting journey easier. However, we have short time on Parenting Essential, and we can't dwell on one topic for a long time. That's why I just come with something small, and except it's being requested from me, then I'll talk more. All right, any question? Who is there? Any question today? I hope we got something. The most important point for me that I really want everybody to take home today is when one is eating another, when one child is beating or doing the wrong thing, don't go after the one who is hurting the other, who is doing the wrong thing. Pay attention and empathy on the one who is hurt. I just hope I'm clear on this point. Pay attention, ignore that one first. Pay attention to the one who is hurt, who needs attention, and ignore the one who is not listening and doing the bad thing, and come back to that after that one has gotten the attention. All I want to say thank you to everyone who is here today. Thank you for joining me. So next week, please let us note the time. Parenting Essential for the next 3 weeks is going to be 2 hours earlier because we have other commitments. And after next week is going to be the Easter weekend experience with Miss Oye. So if you have children between the ages of 5 and 12, please do well and register. All you need to do is to get on your phone or your laptop and just sign in and connect them through the Zoom that I'll be sending to the registered children. So I'm looking forward to meeting your children. I'm looking forward to having a great time with them again, just like last year. And it promises to be an amazing and greater time this year. So thank you, everybody on Instagram. Wara Kevin, thank you for joining me. I am for all, bro. If you are there, God bless you. Until Augusta, if you are still there, God bless you. I want to say thank you, everybody. And I'll be back again next week on another amazing Parenting Essential topic. And if you're seeing my face for the very first time, this little girl here is called Oye Layo, Oye for short. And I am your parenting coach. And this is called Parenting Essential, coming to you from the Vision Guide. And on this, we call our children growing glory. And parenting must be intentional. Intentional parenting must be purposeful. Our children are growing glory. I always ask this question: what do you have in your package? How you raise your children, how you raise them well today is going to tell what your package is going to be. So ensure that you're intentional. Ensure the vision that you have about your parenting is going to guide you, because only the vision guide. So I'll see you again next week. God bless you and bye for now. Stay blessed. God bless you.